Postman would hand a parcel to my mother, read out her full name, and then these people would comment saying, "That's them, that's the house, that's the one." And from there on out, we had people commenting on me in my bedroom, my mother. We had someone in a red shirt come along at the front of the property and just filmed me for like 20 minutes. And I filmed them back. We had people in the tea rooms at the back of the house talking about me, like they were looking in my window, talking about things in my room. Now it got weirder and weirder. I started to see families of friends I used to know. Jack's mother was there, pointing at me, saying, "That's him, is it? That's him," through the front window, going down the lane. I saw people from Cameron's family. This is Lynn. Their grandmother was Lynn Vaughan, I think. Someone that wrote the email to accuse my father of molesting me. I saw someone from Zoe's family. I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on? Why did they come from the south of Wales down to Somerset? Now, I'd like to give a little bit of context. Cameron once grabbed me when I was about 11 years old. He pulled my arm, pulled me aside and said, "You're not allowed to tell anyone I told you this. And I can't tell you who told me this, but you're going to start hearing voices when you're older." And I'm thinking, what the fuck? You okay? Where's this coming from? He doesn't really elaborate beyond that. A lot of these people, these families, would make fun of my parents for being ill, weak, through the cyberstalking from Lewis's account, Cat Only Fans, and a few others, all pretending to be this one person. They would not only tell me to kill myself and say strange things, but say shit like, "I hear voices," to me, and then deny ever saying it a few months later. They'll say, "I'm a deva, I'm a demon," and then ask me, "Do I work for an intelligence agency?" And then deny ever saying these creepy, cryptic things. Now, people keep talking about us outside for a month or so. I actually hear people in my neighbour's garden, not Carol's garden, the other one, and they're talking about me, saying all I know about him is he likes Doctor Who, and all these weird things. I'm just thinking, what the fuck is going on? My mum's hearing it too. Dad's gone. My neighbour has all these weird break-ins, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I've got no idea. And then I hear people outside one night, and they're talking amongst themselves. And I'm trying to listen in, but I can't really hear them. They're just down the lane at the front of the property. And I start to get the impression that these people might be my past friends. They don't sound like they're from the Minehead area. And I write down in Google, as if they're cyber-stalking me, whatever. They have remote access tools because they're still doing this to me. I don't know. And I just say, "Can you guys stop messing with me, please? Can you just come to the back of the house and talk with me and just explain what the fuck's going on?" Now, within 10 minutes, 2 people break off from that group. They go to the front of the house, to the front gate, down into the back garden. Now, it's pitch black. They're probably about 10-15 feet away from my window. I can't see anything because my neighbour's too paranoid. She wouldn't let us have lights in the garden because she thinks it'll give better access to the people breaking into her house. And I hear these 2 people mumble about themselves. I can't really understand what they're saying. It goes on for about 20 minutes, and then they walk away. That's when I close my windows, and I just think, they're probably messing with the neighbour. I don't know. Is it a coincidence. I try to forget it. I go to sleep. I wake up the next morning, and my mother grabs me and she asks me, did I hear people come into the garden? Because she heard them. The front gate was left open. And she's convinced they were messing with the neighbour, and we finally have evidence that there are people going there. We checked the cameras, but they went on the other side of the property, so we didn't pick anything up. The one at the back wasn't very good to pick anything up, so... A little while later, I go sit in the living room. I've got a heater in front of me, and I start hearing as if there are people talking outside from the window. The heater starts making some strange noises and starts to merge, and I'm hearing them talk about recording me masturbate. And I turn the heater off, and it's like, they're gone. And I turn it back on, and I start hearing like people threatening me with forms of military technology. They say we have Medusa, and things like microwave hearing, and I'm, what the fuck are they on about? They start talking about the things they want to do to me, and I turn the heater off and I go into another room, and half an hour later I hear them again, and they're talking to me in my room. And after 5 days, this progresses into being chased around the house. I've gone crazy, I think. I'm hearing things. Great. Here's my trauma-induced psychosis. I have physical sensations all over my body. These little pops and clicks in my skin. And they're telling me it's radiation and they're killing me. And I'm too dumb to realize you can't feel radiation. At the time, anyway. And... or at least like, gamma, stuff like that. Within 5 days anyway, I'm running around my house trying to not get hit by this stuff. They're hitting me in the groin, the head, the heart. And I end up in hospital. Things calm down from there. I'm not really hearing anything anymore. Everything just went quiet. I speak to a psychologist there a few times and talk about my life experiences and my cyber stalking and what was said to me, and also what I heard about military tech and all these weird names I heard, these medical terms too. What was very strange is the hospital is separated on 2 floors, and the upstairs can't talk with the downstairs patients, and there were 2 people above me in separate rooms that both spoke with this psychologist, that started to talk about the same things that I had been mentioning. Now, I never spoke to myself in this room or said anything out loud. I was actually very reclusive. I didn't go out and about on the ward to talk to anyone. These people on the upstairs were not initially hearing anything, but then they just suddenly heard a few things in those very rooms above me about the same weaponry, the same medical terms, and about the military, which is very odd. Now, I stayed in hospital for about a month, and I went through a lot of problems, a lot of my trauma, and the people in mental health were very nice to me, but that experience was very strange. And there was a day or two where I would hear like glimpses of the voices, but I wouldn't listen to them. They'd just go away. I'd see them in a different room and they'd go. It's very strange. Now, when I returned home, it was around December, I think now. And I'm reading online about the medical terms, the military weaponry, supposedly, a type of hearing. And it turns out all of these things are real, and that they're involved with types of stalking that I went through, and my neighbour too. My father, my mother, even my mother experienced